It's a good day in the test kitchen because we are making Harira. Now it's a Moroccan lentil soup and it's chock full of hearty ingredients. You've got beans, greens, tomatoes, and warm spices. But best of all, Becky is here and she's going to show us a really easy weeknight version that we can make at home.
That's right, and it calls for mostly staples that you probably already have on hand.
That's great because I've seen some really complicated versions out there. So this is easy.
It's easy, simple.
So we can eat it more often.
That's right. So I have 1/3 cup of extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
I'm heating this up over medium-high heat. And we're going to be doing a meatless version of Harira.
Okay.
Sometimes it has lamb or chicken or beef, but we're going to do no meat in this
No
one.
meat, but still going to be nice and hearty.
Nice and hearty, and partly in thanks to this oil, 1/3 cup, this is really the only fat in the recipe, so it's going to give it a little bit of richness.
Oh, perfect.
See that starting to shimmer already.
That's right.
So I have 1 onion diced up. We'll put this in. And 2 ribs of celery. And we'll let this go for about 7 minutes. We're looking for the veggies to turn translucent and just a little bit brown.
All right, sounds good.
It's been 7 minutes. You can see the veggies starting to get a little bit soft and translucent.
So you're not looking for a lot of brown color here?
No, just a tiny bit. You can see just around the edges.
Okay.
But not a ton. So let's move on. Let's turn the heat first down to medium.
All right.
And I'm adding a tablespoon of fresh ginger. And a lot of recipes call for dried ginger, but we really like the zing that you get from fresh.
They're completely different animals.
That is so true.
The powdered ginger really just tastes floral, but when you start adding fresh ginger, you get a little heat kick as well. Yeah.
So good. And now I have 5 cloves of garlic minced up. So we'll just let that go for a minute. We just want to start to smell it, and I can smell it already, right?
I can smell it.
So that's starting to smell really good.
It sure
in
is.
a minute. Let's move on to our spices.
Okay.
Now, Harira sometimes will have up to a dozen spices.
Yes, I've made those before.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It is.
So we pared it down to 5 essentials.
Okay.
That'll really give you a nice balanced flavor.
All right.
So let's start with 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. That'll, of course, add to that beautiful smokiness. 2 teaspoons of coriander, and that has a nice citrusy taste to it.
Sure does.
And we're using a good amount of both of these. We found that when we didn't use enough, the soup sort of tastes more like minestrone and less like Harira.
So it was the smoked paprika and the coriander that really turned it into the Harira.
Exactly.
All
Those
right.
are sort of the 2 signature spices that we're using. But there's more.
Oh, yes.
So a teaspoon of cumin.
Okay.
Also very warm, a little bit smoky. 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon.
That's warm.
Very. Lots of complexity here. And then for just a little bit of heat, 1/8 teaspoon of pepper flakes.
Okay.
So let's let that go for another minute. And we're blooming the spices in the oil. That's going to take away some of their grittiness because we're using a pretty good amount here.
It's true, but the oil is also going to help to release the oil-soluble compounds and really make a smaller amount of spices taste even bigger and more complex.
Right. And you want to make sure you're using fresh spices here because we're using so many. Spices will generally keep in a cool, dark place for about a year. If it doesn't smell really potent, then it's probably time to replace it.
Time to let it go.
Yep. All right, that's looking great. So let's add some fresh herbs.
All right.
We're going to be adding herbs in 2 stages. We're going to add some now and some at the end because this recipe has a lot of herb presence.
All right.
Let's do 1/2 cup of minced cilantro and 1/4 cup of minced parsley.
Cilantro is just a continuation of that coriander flavor, right?
That's right, both from the same plant. Coriander is the seed and the cilantro is the leaves. All right, so it's been another minute, and now let's get some liquid in the soup. So I'm going to be using 4 cups of chicken broth and 4 cups of water. We found that if we used all chicken broth, it just tasted too chickeny.
Right.
And we don't want that. And if you want to make this completely vegetarian, it's fine to use the full 8 cups of veggie broth. And now we'll add the beans that we were talking about. I have 1 can of chickpeas, 15-ounce can that's been drained and rinsed. We considered dried chickpeas for this recipe. They just take way too long to cook.
Right. I've seen chickpeas, dried chickpeas. I've also seen fava beans used. Both of them can be a little bit of a pain.
Yeah.
If you want to start from scratch.
Yeah.
So the canned chickpea is perfect.
Yeah, and you're really not sacrificing anything by using the canned. They're very good. They're a great product. So finally, I'm adding 1 cup of brown lentils. These have been rinsed. I pecked through them to remove any debris that was in there. And we'll put those in.
Did you find anything good?
Nothing good. Nothing worth making jewelry out of or anything. And you know, you can find canned lentils. I don't know if you've ever seen those.
I have never seen canned lentils.
Yeah, they're actually a decent product, and we considered them here, but the dried lentils only take 20 minutes, so we're just gonna go with those. They're less expensive.
But you wouldn't want to use something like red lentils because they would probably fall apart.
They would totally lose their shape. So I'm gonna turn up the heat here to medium-high. We're gonna bring this up to a simmer. Once this reaches a simmer, I'm gonna partially cover it, turn it back down to medium-low, and let it simmer for 20 minutes. So it's been 20 minutes, and you can see this is the partially covered pot. We just have a little bit of space for some steam to escape. So that's looking good, and our lentils are just tender here. You can see they held their shape. That's just what we want. So let's move on. Let's add 1 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes.
And we're choosing that because it's already broken down, right?
No work to do. Yep, I told you it was gonna be easy.
I love that Becky's keeping it easy here.
And let's add a half a cup of orzo, which is
Okay.
a pasta. Harira typically contains some kind of pasta or rice. There's a lot of different choices. We just liked orzo. So let's put that in. So I'm gonna partially cover this again. We'll let it simmer for 7 minutes, and then we'll come back and finish up. Okay, it's been 7 minutes. Let's take a peek here. Smelling so good.
It does.
So let's add some greens. Harira almost always contains some
Yes.
type of green. We chose just one that we
Okay.
really like. This is 4 ounces of Swiss chard. I took out the stems and chopped the leaves into 1/2-inch pieces.
All right, not using the tough stems.
No, we can use those for something else. They're totally edible, but just not in the soup. So 4 ounces.
There's some pretty color there.
Yeah, really nice. So we'll stir that up, and we'll let this go for another 5 minutes.
Okay.
Also partially covered. All right, so it's been 5 minutes. And let's take a look.
It smells crazy good in here.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take a quick taste. I wanna make sure that pasta is done.
Okay.
I'm also gonna check for seasoning. Really good, if I do say so.
And you should.
Turn off the heat here.
Okay.
And we're going to finish the soup with 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice.
Just brighten it up.
Yeah, and lemon is a very predominant flavor. Sometimes it even includes preserved lemons, but we really like the bright taste of the fresh. We're also gonna add some more herbs. I'm gonna add another 1/4 cup of minced parsley and another 1/4 cup of minced cilantro. Again, just to add some freshness at the end here.
The herbs that you use when you put them near the beginning of cooking, they're going to give a very different flavor than herbs added right at the end.
Absolutely. So allow me here. So colorful,
It's gorgeous.
isn't it?
You can actually smell the cinnamon and the cumin, the smoked paprika as well. I love smoked paprika. It's like the bacon of the spice world.
Yes, it really does have a really nice smokiness to it. So I have a couple of garnishes here. Some fresh lemon, of course. I recommend giving it a little squeeze there. And then this is harissa. This is a North African chili paste. It's got a lot of spice to it, great depth of flavor, and it really adds a lot of complexity to the soup.
It sure does.
You can find this in the international aisle of most supermarkets. We also have a recipe for harissa on our website.
Ah, very good. So you're never without it.
That's right.
You don't want to be without it after tasting this soup.
Right? The lemon, the herbs.
Everything.
Yeah.
Warm. The beans, the chickpeas, and the lentils, they're both creamy and tender. You get that little bits of orzo in there too. And you know, they don't take over, but it's a nice little counterpoint in texture. But
Yeah.
I love the tomatoes and the lemons, nice brightness. You have all those warm spices in there too.
It's really rich and satisfying, but it's light at the same time. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get stuffed at the end of the meal, but you're
No.
gonna feel totally satisfied.
Well, you can call it what you want, but I would call it outstanding. Thank you, Becky.
You're welcome.
Well, if you'd like to make harira at home, it starts by sauteing onions and celery and then load in the spices. You've got ginger, coriander, and smoked paprika, along with fresh cilantro and parsley. Simmer with broth, chickpeas, and lentils. Add tomatoes, orzo, and Swiss chard, and finish with lemon juice and some more fresh herbs. Served with lemon and harissa. So from our test kitchen to your kitchen, a spiced, smoky, sultry harira or Moroccan lentil and chickpea soup.
Thanks for watching America's Test Kitchen. What'd you think?
Well, leave a comment and let us know which recipes you're excited to make, or you can just say hello.
You can find links to today's recipes and reviews in the video description.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
See you later.
I'll see you later.